found out my top spicy fan is my uncle. My little uncle that I have family dinners with all the time and am super close with. So, you know, he's my top sub. There's no name, photo, like that's very normal. He purchases all my stuff. We message all the time, like dirty talk, all that kind of stuff. And then we're at dinner, which is just normal, like a family dinner, and he's sitting next to me. Oh, I wonder why he conveniently wanted to sit next to me. He goes up to the bathroom, he's left his phone there, a notification comes through, an email notification. It's my name. My name has come up. So I open it because he's like old and he doesn't even lock his phone. I open it and I see who it is and I'm like, holy shit. Like all my family is like seeing this and like disgusted. He literally walks back in. I literally throw my spaghetti at him and I'm like, you're disgusting. He knows exactly what's going on, so he literally just like leaves. My family is never going to talk to him again. Like, that is so messed up. His kids probably won't talk to him again now as well. Like, what the actual hell? Like, does my uncle, you literally used to change my nappy for me? Like, you've known me since I was born? And that, stuff like this, it's like, sometimes you think it's a bad dream. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. And then, the fact he's actually tried to message me again. Like, trying to explain himself and say sorry. And then he's going to purchase another thing from my account. Like, what?
Now, that's what I like to call a family business. Am I right, gentlemen? Now, this uncle's behavior, of course, is absolutely perverted and degenerate. We're not going to comment on that because I think it's pretty self-explanatory and we can all agree. But I want to comment on this woman's behavior of having an OF account is equally as disgusting and degenerate. And it's so disrespectful to your family. It's so embarrassing. Your father and your mother have tried to give you the best life possible. They've made sacrifices in order for you to have a future. And for what? For you to decide, instead of working an honorable job, to be a literal street worker. It's not anymore, guys, where women are, you know, against the corner. They have no other option. They have to sell their bodies, survive. No, these women live in the first world countries. They could do anything with their lives, yet they decide to objectify themselves. It's absolutely disgusting. And now, the reason why I say that her behavior is equally as disgusting and degenerate as the uncle's one is because women who do OF often like to mention, well, it's just business, you know, when they try to go for a boyfriend or they have a relationship, they use this argument of, well, my OF is just business. It has nothing to do with my personal life, my intimate life, you know. It's just business. Okay, can the uncle say the same thing? Oh, me watching you? It's like watching corn. I mean, it's just business. It has nothing to do with you. It's just a coincidence that you so happen to be my nephew. But there's nothing, you know, nothing related to us being family. It's just what it is. It doesn't work that way, you know. The uncle's behavior is absolutely unacceptable. You cannot separate him knowing you and his actions, you know. And in the same way, you cannot separate OF, calling it business, from your intimate life. It's the same thing. What you do with your body reflects on your life, on your intimate life, on your pair bonding ability. You can't separate those two things. So it's extremely sad and also extremely disrespectful to all your family for you to turn out a 304. You are spitting all over their efforts because you could have gone for anything else, but you're so lazy and so entitled to have a lot of money that you're not going to work for it. You're just going to sell your body. You're just going to objectify yourself like a piece of meat in order to go the easy way out. Absolutely disgusting and dishonorable behavior. No man ever is gonna take a woman like this serious. So they are trading a family, a future, kids, the whole shebang for just some money in exchange of objectifying themselves and taking their own souls out of their bodies. But now, guys, let's get started with the episode. This episode is from Modern Woman Archives. Now, Ampu is standing there just covering his logo, but don't you think that it's on purpose and Ampu is trying to defame him or do something? No, he just likes to sit there. But shout out to Modern Woman Archives. I heard that he recently wrote a book, so that's quite an achievement. Good job for him. Thank you, Modern Woman Archives. And now, guys, let's get started with this woman who has waited for a little too long.
I'm 30 years old. Almost all of my friends are in long-term serious relationships or married or with kids, and I am feeling lonely. I've previously been really good about covering up this loneliness with work. I'm a surgery resident. I work 80 hours a week, so I don't often really have time to sit in that loneliness. But the past year, I changed to a research schedule where I work more normal 40-hour weeks, and it's been a lot more depressing for me. You see everybody's lives move forward. You have failed relationship after situationship after whatever, and you just wonder, is this time ever coming for me? And I don't really want to emphasize.
No, it's not coming for you. You know, the grass seems always greener, isn't it, gentlemen? When this woman looks, when she was younger, probably she thought, I don't need a family. I'm just gonna focus on myself. She probably had quite a few things going on with a few chads. But now she sees those happy families, she sees them decorating for Halloween or going on trips, going on vacations. Everything seems so happy and she wants that. Now let me tell you why she won't get it. Because she only wants the good aspects of it. Every family knows that behind those pictures of happy vacations, there's been an argument, there's been the kids misbehaving, there's been quite a lot of stress, quite a lot of work, etc. Every family knows that. Right? And here's the thing, it ends up being a good thing, it ends up being a lovely memory, it ends up building the family. It's absolutely beautiful, but it always comes at a cost. In order to have a happy family, you have to be able to walk through the problems, resolve them with your wife, have patience with each other, try to show understanding. You know, it takes a lot of sacrifices to earn that thing, and it's a good thing. You know, families are good. They're not just like going to a job, you know, where you have to do all those things, everything is bad, you can't wait to get out. No, families are good things, but they always come at an expense. And these women, guys, they're not ready for the expense. Throughout their whole lives, they haven't been thinking about families, they haven't been thinking about men, how to be good wives or good girlfriends. They have only been thinking about themselves, about their own selfish needs of being S3 actually satisfied and pushing the corporate ladder and, you know, satisfying each and every need with some sympathy, attention, or some chat validation. That's all they've been thinking about. And now they expect they can get into a family and for everything to be flowers and butterflies. It's not gonna happen. They're not ready for a relationship. They're not ready for a partner. They have no pair bonding abilities. They have no skills regarding how to keep a family. They have nothing, guys. And these are the women that some guy who's quite lost will decide to marry, and then they divorce him because the spark is gone.
And you just wonder, is this time ever coming for me? And I don't really want to emphasize any of the cliches of it'll happen when you least expect it or be happy with yourself first. That shit did not help me. That made me infuriated at people that told me that. But okay, so February 9th, so I'm specifically sitting at the airport in Houston, and they make an announcement on the loudspeaker that $600 they're offering if you'll sit in the Houston airport for 6 hours. I was like, okay, sign me up. Then I immediately, while I'm waiting now for my 6-hour later flight, I look at where Southwest Airlines flies internationally because I also like to fill my time and my loneliness with trips and traveling. So February 9th, I'm also now sitting at this airport, and I have this trip planned to go see my friend in New York the next week, and that's where my last situationship had just moved. And I remember being...
There we go, guys. Now, I made a mistake. I just do it over and over again. You know, I should, at this point, I should know that 99% of women that claim that they have been single really are part of situationships. But because this one mentioned that she was studying and working, I thought, you know what, maybe, just maybe this one time this woman hasn't been through situationships. She has actually, you know, researched a lot about her job. She has put a lot of effort into becoming something. Maybe she hasn't been fooling around. There we have it, guys. Just, it's life teaching me that I should stop giving these women the benefit of the doubt. All right. I think that the amount of women left who have been actually single up until 30 without messing around are probably 2 or 3 throughout the world, you know. Absolutely disgusting. Just as I mentioned, guys, has been through the situationships. She has just been focusing on herself, on her butt all life long. She hasn't thought about anyone else's needs. And it just turns out that in a family, you have to be with another person who is not you, and that he is not a slave that exists to fulfill all your needs, but that you are 2 people trying to make one couple work, which these women will never do.
In the airport, so anxious to text him that I'm going to New York and not knowing if he was going to want to see me or not. So I work up the courage to text him, and he says, like, yeah, like, let's grab dinner. So then literally 1 week later, I was in New York, I see him, and the rest of the weekend carries on. I reach out to him a few days later asking if he wants to do one more thing before I leave. And basically he just like shuts me down entirely. And I think to me, this is one of those things where you like create this future in your head because you're just so lonely and you're just looking to hook on to anything. So unfortunately, when he shut me down, I was at Bottomless Mimosas with my friends. And so we went back to her apartment and I sobbed fetal position on the floor. Reiterated how I'm never going to find anybody. I'm going to be alone forever. And
don't worry, now that you've realized it, the pain will slowly go away with time. But yes, you are going to stay forever alone. And that's what you deserve. I mean, it's not about deserve anymore. That's what you've been working towards. You know, in the same way that you achieved a career by putting hours into studying and researching and working, and you finally succeeded at that. Good job on that. It's the same with relationships. Haven't put a single hour into a committed relationship. Haven't stopped to think for a moment what a man maybe would want from a relationship from you. The only interactions with men you've done are, you know, just you give me what I want, I give you what you want, you know, like it's a business deal. That's all you've ever been through. And now you are like, oh crap, I think I'm not able to secure a marriage. Ah, you think so? Well, of course you're not able to secure a marriage because it doesn't take 2 seconds. Damn it. Guys, I hate this modern world. I hate this modern narrative that you can wait forever. This is what happens, and it seems pretty self-explanatory, but these women, some men as well, but especially women, they are so, they have been part of the echo chamber for so long. They have been sold this womanist narrative that everything is fine, you're a boss, babe, go climb the corporate ladder, you have time for everything, you're a queen, you're a boss, babe, you have time for all of it. And they get lost, man. They are lost and broken before they even realize it.
The thing is I had actually gotten to that cliche, be happy on your own place, where I had looked into freezing my eggs. I had thought about a future where I was a single mom. I really want kids. But obviously, if I can find a partner that makes my life better, I want that. So anyway, trying to get back to current times because I've been talking forever. So now we're at February 19th, where I'm sobbing on the floor. And I had set up a few dates that month in Chicago, just trying to get back out there. My first one went horribly, but I had 2 set up for when I came back from New York. And the first one was on that Wednesday, so February 22nd, and the guy had canceled on me the week before, so I did not have high hopes for it, but I was like, whatever, I'm in such a terrible place, I gotta go and just get myself out there.
Notice how desperate they are, guys. It's almost sad. It's funny as well, but it's sad on the other hand. And these are the results. And this is why whenever women say that they're dating at 30, it's always a red flag. Now, someone may say, Hiran, isn't it normal for them to date? I mean, in the end, they're trying to find a partner. This is not the time to find a partner. You could have dated when you were in your 20s, and you could have basically secured any man that is interested in you, right? It was so easy for you, but you wait until you're 30, and now men don't respect you because they have seen multiple women like you. They know the drill. They know what's going on. They know that the previous 10 men didn't have to pay a penny to get between your legs. And they're not going to be the fool one that pays full price for a used car. So they're going to treat you in the same way that the previous guys. They're going to put minimal effort. And minimal effort is showing up to the date. They're not going to pay for anything. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to sell you a few stories like, maybe I can see this going somewhere. You know, to get your hopes up. they're gonna use you and they're gonna dismiss you. That's what happens when you wait for so long.
And think about anything else. So fast forward to May 23rd, that guy from February 22nd just came to Cuba with me, and we had an amazing trip, and I'm incredibly happy. It's early. I know people might come at me. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is the best I felt about something in a really long time, and I wish I could tell February 9th, February 16th, February 20th myself all of that things can change in an instant. And
Yeah, sure they will. Alright, gentlemen, bets are open. What do you bet? Is this guy gonna be Prince Charming? Or is this guy gonna be yet another failure? But gentlemen, that will be it for today. Thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to see you next time. And Ampu will also be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.